And hello and welcome. My name is Martin, and today what we'll be doing is learning how to download packs, how to make them available for to Unreal, and then how to slowly start bringing in objects and starting to decorate the interior of our house. Because if we go into our house, it's pretty boring. There's not really a lot of furniture, or really not a lot of anything in there. So let's go ahead and start adding some more interesting things to this building. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to understand what a pack is and where to find them. So packs are going to be available inside the marketplace. So directly from the Unreal Engine, if you happen to be working and you go, yeah, I could use something, you can go to the marketplace and that would take you to the website and open it up. Now, remember that the other thing you can also do is go to your Epic Games launcher. And if you double click and open that, that again will also send you to the marketplace. Okay, so now we're in the marketplace. So I'm just going to close that down one more time, and I'm going to show you that you can also do this by going straight to the website. So if you go to okay, so now on their website, and there's the marketplace again. So we could click there and we can go to browse, and that would also take us to the marketplace. Okay. So it really doesn't matter where you get in. Let me just show you what it looks like from Unreal when we click on it. So we're going to click on open the marketplace, and maybe because the web page is already opened, may have already taken us there. 1, 2, check. Okay, so inside the marketplace, what we would be looking for here would be the free. You can also go into the on sale. I really don't want people to start spending tons and tons and tons of money on different types of packs for different types of things. I really would try to stay to everything that is free. What happens once a month? Unreal will make new packs available so that you can have those to download, and over time you can actually create quite a nice library of things that you can use for your projects. So again, I'm going to go to free, and if a pack is new, it'll say new. If it's free, it'll tell you free. If you've already downloaded the pack, it's actually been a while since I've been up here, so this is good. Let's see where it starts telling me that I have already purchased or already have a copy of. Yeah, I've missed about 6 months because I've been working on music. Let's move down to 6. Wow, there's a lot of free content that I'm missing. There's a new variety pack. I honestly feel like I have some of these. I feel like I had that one. I feel like I had a couple of these. Anyways, so once you find something like this variety pack, we happen to have a garage, so this would actually be very cool. So I'm going to click on that and sign to buy. Now we did just see a second ago that it did say that this was free pack, correct? So we're seeing free as the price. We click on it, and then it says sign in to buy. Oh, and that might be why I'm not seeing my packs, because I'm not actually signed in. Okay, so now let me go back to free Epic Games, and because I'm in my account, we should now see. Let me go back to 6. There we go. That some of these things are owned. So if you do end up having a pack, you're going to see there that it's owned. If you don't have the pack, you won't see that option there, and you'll just see the free. So let's go pick a pack of something that I don't have that I think is interesting. Now with this, you can also do search. You can do tags. which means that if you're looking, let's say, for environmental things like we are, this would give us different environments. That's kind of cool. That's a house, and it's free, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to the cart. Let's go. This one is free, so I'm going to add that to the cart. This one is free, but I already own it. I already own that one. So bridges are free now, so let's add a bridge. Okay, so those are environmental, so I'm going to click off of the tab, and now we'll do the same thing. We'll go in here, and this time I'm going to be looking for props, things that I can put into my environment. So this one is free. We'll add that to cart. We'll add this to cart. We'll add this to cart. Add that to cart. Quite a few things. Like I said, it's actually been a while. Ooh. Broadcast Studio. Do I already own it? Ah, I already own it. Okay. Owned. Let's get some cacti. Let's add some more plants. More plants. Now, we are adding this to a cart. Eventually the cart will get full and it'll say I can't accept any more items. So what you'll do now is you'll go to the cart. It'll ask you to check out. You'll see that your dollar amount is 0. You'll go ahead and do the checkout. Place our order. Okay, and the reason why Epic Games does this is because at some point these may not be free. They're available for some time when they're free, and then later they'll be put back into rotation for people asking for money, or they'll start asking for money again. And when that happens, they need to know who got it, when they got it, and whether they got it as a free pack or whether they actually paid for it. So it just helps them do that. So you'll notice that I didn't pay any money just now. I loaded up my cart with a bunch of free stuff and then went and told it to actually purchase what was on there. Now there's also a lot of really good stuff on sale. It's interesting to go and check out every once in a while, depending on what you might need. Maybe you need a werewolf. There you go. That werewolf is now $13. Again, let's do this by, let's say, props. Let's see what happens when we add props and different types of props. So that's kind of cool, like a sci-fi bundle with some different types of materials. That's really interesting. For me being a musician, I like that. That pack's not that bad. And again, you may not need to buy a pack until you absolutely know what you're going to be doing. This is very interesting, kind of like that one. And some of these things can get really expensive. That's why it's nice to buy the ones that are on sale and get load up on the free ones as much as possible. I really know. Oh, worms. Ew. That's kind of gross. Okay, so once we have our materials in our packs, essentially what we need to do is we need to make those packs available for Unreal, because Unreal doesn't know where those packs are and how to make those packs available for this piece of software. So again, at this point, what I would do is you can go into the launcher, or you can go back to where we were on the website. And in this case, I'm just going to go back to, did I leave my website up? I did. Okay. So once I'm in the website, really from here, I don't really have access to my projects. I could maybe go to that, and this would be, so really what this would do is it would just allow me to be able to go in and add things to what they call the vault. So once we're done with that, we can go back into the launcher, and if I go into my library, which was not available before, and I scroll down, you'll see that once I get down here, this is where all the packs will be downloaded. Now I have downloaded quite a few of them, so I'm going to have quite a bit of stuff in my vault. Now, what the vault is, it's online. It's cloud space, or it's just them saying you have access to this software. None of this stuff is actually on my computer unless I have downloaded it. Now, the other cool thing that this does is it allows you to be able to not only add it to your computer, but remove it from your computer when you're no longer, let's say, working on a project. So it doesn't end up sitting there and taking up that much space, because space is a consideration and a thing with these things. So when you look at it, like let's say this abandoned factory, that abandoned factory is going to take up 4.6 gigs of space. And this is going to be added to your project. It's going to be added into the content folder of your project. So, if you don't have a lot of space, this is really neat because you can just use the stuff that you need, and when you're not using the pack, you don't have to have it actually sitting there taking up space on your hard drive when you're finished with a project. So some of the stuff, let's see, is there a way to filter? I would hope that there's a way to filter by category. So 2D assets, animation, blueprints, characters, and we can scroll down. So let's say, I think we were looking for, let's see, so it's weapons, visual effects, props, because we wanted to add things to our environment. Where's props? Okay. So now this has become a little bit less big because we are filtering down the list. And there's the vehicle pack. Now, a couple of things when I look at this. I see that the vehicle pack is 1.5 gigs in size. I can see that I can click this and say add it to a project. And then I also notice that some of these, this part is a little bit grayed out, and on some of these it's yellow. When it's yellow, what it means is that this pack already exists on this computer, on the computer that you're inside of your Epic Games launcher, on this computer. So it's so because I opened up launcher and I'm on this computer, and I have already added the vehicle pack to another project, it's sitting there and recognizing that that pack is here. So if I was to click on this, I could remove this pack from the local content. So I don't want to do that. What I do want to do is I want to add it to a project. So in this case, what it's going to do is it's going to bring me up a list of all the projects that I'm working on. And I believe this one's got the word lab in it. So this is the project now that I'm working on, which is Martin_lab project. I'm going to select that project and I'm going to say add to project. Now, if this is downloading for the first time, this is going to take some time, and it's going to be dependent on your internet speed that you have when you're making the download. If you don't have very good downloading speed available at your house or where you're working, you may end up wanting to go to a Starbucks or somewhere that might have some public Wi-Fi that might be a little bit faster, or come to school and do your downloading here before you go home. So then that way you have maximum speed for downloading, because this can take some time. It's 1.5 gigs over the internet. Now, once I've added this to my project, I'm just going to minimize this because I actually want to see where and how that's going to show up. So I'm going to go back to my content folder, and inside my content folder we have my stuff, which is the folder that I created earlier in a previous project. And if I keep scrolling down, I go, oh, there's vehicle variety packs. And if I open that up, we'll see that we have blueprints, maps, materials, meshes, skeletons, and structures. So let's go into meshes because that's probably where the cars are. And once I have one of these cars, all I have to do is grab that car and drag that into the work area. So it might just be taking it a second because I'm...
Okay, there we go. And this is where RAM is going to be very important. The more RAM you have and the higher CPU power, or power your CPU has, the faster it's going to be able to load all of these different materials. But once loaded, we can make lots of copies and move them around. It's just this initial one.
Okay, so I actually had to stop recording to be able to bring this object in because I'm trying to do recording and running Unreal on the same computer, and sometimes the graphics card's like, what are you trying to do, man? Okay, so we now have this in. It is building or compiling the last of the shaders. That's why not all the materials have been added. We're still missing the glass for right now. All right, there we go. Very, very cool. I think we made the garage large enough. Let's just double check and see if we can actually park our car in there. And it looks like we have just enough space to be able to do that. So that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so let's see if we can do this with one more car. Let's bring in this larger truck. And hopefully I don't end. Okay, so that truck is now available. You can see that it's asking me where do I want to go ahead and place this. And let me just place it one place, and that way I can then grab this, move it around, and let's just say that we're going to have this thing on the side of the house, or maybe there's going to be, let's actually flip this around. Okay, and we'll put that off in the corner. We might even put it behind a wall or something. And let's hit the N key just to make sure that it's actually on. Okay, very cool. So we just brought in 2 materials from a vehicle pack, which we downloaded from the Unreal Engine inside of Library. So we've seen where that folder ends up, which is Content Variety Pack, once it gets added to the project. And just so that you can see where this would be folder-wise, if we go into projects, we go into lab, there's the project that we're working on, there's our content folder, and you'll see that vehicle variety pack has now been added to this content folder. And if I right click, I can go into properties and I can see that it is taking up indeed 1.37 gigs of space. So again, you know, if you need to download a whole pack to download one blade of grass or one tree, and that pack, let's say, is 15 gigs and all you're going to end up using is one tree, you know, maybe you can find another pack that has a tree that's just as nice that isn't going to take 15 gigs of space on your, unless you have the space. If you have the space, by all means, download as many packs as you need, but realize that these are not, you don't have to have them all on your computer to have them available. They are available through Epic Games Launcher, through the Vault, which is you can access through your library tab. Okay, so from here, what I would do is I would download more content folder like the furniture packs and other stuff, and add this and start adding new materials to this. And in fact, that's what we're going to be doing in the next tutorial. Is actually doing a bit of decorating with all the packs once they've been placed into our contents folder. So so that's it for this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.